Hello there, everyone. This is Soul Super 17 here, and as you all know, part 3 of this. Oh yeah, I don't own this picture. This is not a paid video. Alright, okay. So last time we left off, everyone signed the papers for the Forest of Death. Anko also licked Naruto's face, and basically, we're gonna have a little interaction between Naruto and Sakura at this. Also, Sakura, Sakura's basically gonna get. I'm not gonna say in this. More like. I changed the way how she's gonna. Like, someone asked me just to kill her off. And, yeah, I am, but it's giving me, like, more of a. How can I say this right? She's gonna die in a way that's not gonna be, it's gonna be more like Naruto's gonna feel very upset that he hated her, but at the same time, he doesn't, he won't. So yeah, it's gonna be during the Chuni's attack, alright? If you guys know where this is going, yes, it's gonna become a Gaara. So yeah, I'm not gonna say how, but anyways, let's get into this, what if. Anyways, so, yeah, this is what if Naruto was betrayed / gave into hatred and was both the reincarnation of Indira and Ashura. Also, I can never say Shinchui's Genjutsu, so I'm just gonna try to say it right now. Kato Matsu Kiyomi. Kato Amatu Tsukiyomi. Kato Amatu Tsukiyomi. There, whatever. Last one, that's it. So, I'm gonna always have to say it like that. Alright? Okay. So, as basically everyone's running off into the Forest of Death, as Choji and basically our boy Shikamaru and Sakura are just standing there, as Naruto also says he did something real quick to people that have the scrolls, so he can easily go there. All they gotta do is just easily take this, and if you guys need me, just smash it or something. As they nod, as they run through, as Naruto just says, "All right, let's get this over with. I need to enjoy my day. I'd rather not use much of my chakra." Has basically. Also, I think I gave him the Nine-Tailed Fox. Summon Scroll? Not yet, though. Not yet. I'm going to. But I'm also going to give him the Toad and a different one. But, anyways. So, wait, if I did, write down in the comments. But, yeah. Anyways, so Sakura looks at Naruto as she just sees him stretching. As she walks over, she goes, "Hi, Naruto." And he just looks at her and goes like, "Hi, Haruna. What's up?" She goes, "Why you not going for your team?" He goes like, "Easy, I'm fast on my own. 2, I don't really need no one else. And 3, I have the flying Raijin. So I can easily be near them anytime I need to be." And she goes, "Oh, alright." As, she walks away, he's thinking, huh. Usually she tries to be more persistent with me. Did she change? I don't really care. As then Kurama says, "Serves her right for what she did to you." And he goes, "Yeah, I know, babe. I know, Kurama, but come on. Let's not focus on her now." As Ashura and Indira do say, yes, that's a good thing. But also, you need to keep an eye out, because we sense some chakra that was lower than what it should be. As he goes, huh. Alright, I'll do that. As Naruto just blitzes right in. As, Shikamaru just says, alright everyone, let's go in now. As, Choji nods, and same thing with Sakura, which Naruto's on her mind. Naruto is legitimately on her mind every single day, 24/7. She literally regrets what she did to him. She literally regrets hurting him. She regrets every single thing because Sasuke would never loved her, and he loved Hinata. Not Hinata. Ugh, Ugh, sorry. Thinking of my other what if, my Daredevil one. Yeah, sorry. That just popped in my head. Sorry, apologize. But yeah, so she realized she messed up and she wants to fix it, but she doesn't want to be too aggressive as she was always. So yeah, she decides to take it slow. So when they go in, we're kind of back into Naruto. As Naruto's basically using lightning chakra to go throughout the ground and the trees to basically get a good surveillance of the areas around him, and using his sharingone, which he's able to see everything up like really far away that's closer to him. As he just starts thinking, he goes, huh. So I got 3 teams on my right, 4 teams on my left, and 2 in the front. And only 2 of them have the scrolls. Just exactly what I needed. As those were the only 2 he was close enough to use his flying Raijin. As he basically comes out of nowhere and knocks the one with the scroll out, and then next thing you know, he does like Wind Dragon Jutsu, basically knocking the other 2 out. And basically he just grabs the scroll and everything. He goes, easy peasy. Wait, hold on everyone. Sorry, I had to cough there. But yeah, so Naruto just decides to run all the way to Sasuke and, and but while he's going the direction that he can feel their chakra signature because of the item, what he gave them was something that he worked on the seal for the flying Raijin, but he made it so he can always track it. It doesn't matter how far it is, he just put it into it. So what happens is, though, on the way there, he sees Sakura, Shikamaru, and Choji. All being grouped up and getting attacked. Sakura is a lot stronger in this one, and Shikamaru is the same, but Choji has been working with Sakura and all. So he sees Sakura has improved. She has basically water and earth style for the water style and earth style, and it's working well with Shikamaru and Choji, as a defensor and supporter. And but there's a whole bunch of people gained up on them as they made an alliance. As Naruto just says, no, well, Ashura says we gotta help them. As Indira says, I agree. As basically Naruto says, wait, I thought you said don't, help her out or something. Don't ever care about her. He goes, yes, but in this case, you gotta help her out, Naruto. As Ashura goes, yeah, it's the right thing to do. You want to be known as a jerk? As Kurama says, I hate to agree with them, but they're right. If you want to become a Hokage, you can't let nothing like this bother you. As Naruto says, good, we're all in agreement then. As they all in shock, and he goes even though I hate her, I can't forgive her for what she did. I can't stop. I can't stop just watching her die. The pain that I will feel. I don't want her to die. I want her to live at least. Just knowing I would never love her is painful enough. As they all says, good answer then. As Naruto basically throws a 3-pronged kunai. As then everyone sees something just fly in the air, as in all of a sudden they see Naruto just in a flash with the sharingone activated and forming a Rasengan, but it's basically a bigger Rasengan with three different little ones inside. As AC says, Rasengan! And hits the ground, sending a shockwave throughout, like, sending everyone flying. That was, including, including Sakura, Shikamaru, and Shoji, which Shadow Clones caught them. Caught Shikamaru and Shoji, but the real Naruto caught Sakura and put her in a bush and just told her, stay here. As she sees the Sharingan in the Mangekyo form, and she goes, Naruto, goes, I don't forgive you. I don't ever like you. But I will never let you die, Sakura. That's the one thing I promise you. As, her face goes red and he just jumps away. As then all of a sudden, he just says, so, how many groups are you? 4, 5, 6? He just stand in the middle of all of them, that appear as they say, there's 7 groups. How can you take us all on? By yourself? As then he goes, easy. As they say, alright, take this. As they throw all shurikens with, not shurikens, kunais with paper bombs. As then, Shikamaru, Choji, and Sakura say, Naruto! As then all of a sudden, a ribcage appears around him. Basically, it's, like I told you, it's black flames along with a red tint, going around the outline of it, as basically it blocks and takes all the explosions. He's perfectly fine. As they go, what the? He goes, don't you know who I am? I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I am, well, a certain somebody's son that this village never knew about until I said it. Told the Hokage and everyone knows. So allow me to say my name fully. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. As all the whole entire, the 7 groups, so all of them looking shocked, and he's like, the fourth Hokage son. And he goes, also, that's not all. If you know the legends of the Sage of 6 Paths and the 2 sons, Ashura and Indira, then you should know I'm not a Uchiha. Well, I'm not 100% Uchiha. I'm at least 40% Namikaze, 40% Uzumaki, and 20% Uchiha. But, as I was saying though, I am the reincarnations of Ashura and Indira, the Sage of 6 Paths sons. As their eyes even go wider. If they went any wider, they were afraid to pop out of their heads. So they go like, okay, we're sorry for attacking your friends. And he goes, sorry? Well, if you're sorry then, let me show you something that ain't called mercy. As all of a sudden, he just starts blitzing at them. He doesn't hate Shikamaru or Choji. It's just Sakura. They try to kill her. So, yeah, it's not gonna work out for them. And then all of a sudden, all of them just see Naruto just going, throwing his fists and kicking some people into each other, smashing some of them heads into each other, even smashing one's whole entire body into the ground. And then all of a sudden, they try to use wind style jutsu, fire style jutsu together, and Naruto just says Amaterasu, as it just burns away theirs, and then he basically stops it and extinguishes it. As they go what's that? And someone says, I heard him say Amaterasu. What does that mean? I don't know, but I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to die. As many others are just saying, yeah. As Naruto just throws up multiple kunais, which are 3 prongs, and he says, then you should have never attacked my friends and my ex-girlfriend. As they like, oh shit. And he goes, don't worry. The ex-girlfriend part, I don't really love her anymore, so you guys are good. But you try to kill her and my friends. You're gonna suffer for that. As in, all of a sudden, let's say he threw about 10 kunais up in the air, which then he starts using the flying Raijin, just hit them all into each other. As then he just says, this is a good move for this. As he starts pouring electricity into his hand, a massive amount, as basically Kurama is saying, Naruto, what are you doing? But Indira and Ashura just smile at this. You're like, so you finally bring that move out. He goes, well, it was something that we worked on, but I never really had a good chance to use it or had a good reason to use it. I basically, the way he's doing is he's making lightning go out through his whole entire body. Just to make lightning chakra, basically it's going throughout his whole entire body. And then he just puts it into one point of his hand. And then he just lifts it up. As there's a clear enough for him to actually bring it out. So as soon as the lightning goes up into the air, it just bursts as the clouds start to reform around it. As then all of a sudden, clouds are in the air. As he says, this is not the full power, but at least a test for it. You should be lucky. As then he as basically he then has some string, basically wrap around the 3-pronged kunais as he pulls them back towards him and catches all of them. And he goes, now, feel one of my greatest jutsus, Karen. As all of a sudden a dragon appears. Ignore that one. Alright, sorry everyone. So yeah. So basically, they see a red lightning that went up to the air, and now they see a red dragon. They go like, we're, and he goes, yeah, you're dead. And then all of a sudden, he brings his hands out as the dragon instantly disappears, and everyone just sees an explosion. It makes a crater, not a big one, because he's still working on it. It doesn't kill. It kills them, but it sort of gives them into a death-like state. But they're not dead. He goes, whew. I still need to work out the kinks on that jutsu, but man, the potential of this is very good. If I work on it a little bit more, I can win any fight with one attack. I love having power. It's fun. As in this, so Shikamaru, Choji, and Sakura come out as he says they're not dead. As I see smoke coming off in them, as he says, I think I might have destroyed their scrolls, so sorry. As Shikamaru and Choji go and search, as they say, nope, their scrolls and everything else is on them is perfectly fine. They're just basically are in death-like state, but they have a heartbeat still. As Sakura is in shock about Naruto, as she sees him now from back then, she really now regrets it, not because of the power, because he's still willing to save her after everything she did. As Naruto just looks at her, he goes, you regret everything you did? As she nods slowly. Shikamaru is seen there, talking all, and Naruto just says, doesn't matter, nothing will change. We're not even friends at all, but we still just talk. But like I already said, I won't let you die. You don't deserve that much. As she says, thank you. And she looks down and Naruto, Kurama, Ashura, and Indra just see it, and Shikamaru says, "Man, there's a lot of guilt on her." As Ashura and Naruto like, "What do you mean?" He goes like, "Oh, well, I can just feel it, but I think Naruto doesn't care." As basically he's in his subconscious. He says, "I do care, but I can't change the fact how I feel. I only care enough so that she won't die. That's the least I can do, since she was my first girlfriend and all." And then he, disappears real quick. As he just tells Shikamaru and Choji that he's gonna go now. And then he just tells them, "Just look after her, alright? She was always a handful. She's always been that way and she always will be." She goes, "Hey, I'm not a handful." He was like, "Yeah? Then what about all the times where you, when I was shopping, I always had to carry all of your clothing back to your house and all that. And even though I didn't have no money on me, just some freaking, well, not much money, I still bought you the clothing." And she goes, As then Shikamaru goes like, "Holy crap, Naruto." He goes, "What? Wait, seriously, how much money do you even had on you?" Not enough, actually. But somehow I always had enough to buy her 3 to 4 pieces of clothing. Anytime we were going on a shopping date. And sometimes, unknowingly, she actually picked out the clothing for me. So yeah. As basically Shikamaru just thinking to himself, goes like, "And yet she went after Sasuke, who liked Ino. I hate this girl, and I hate her that she's on my team and all, but at the same time, does she even love him? It seems like it now, but I can't even tell no more. Ugh. What a drag." As he just says, as Naruto just says, "I'll be going now, guys," as he body flickers away, as Shoji just says, "You're lucky he doesn't kill you. If it was any one of us, including Sasuke, he probably would have. He probably would have by now. But he hasn't." She goes, I know. So yeah. So basically, that happens. And basically, Naruto just going through the trees and everything else, and then all of a sudden he feels the marker, like when they smashed it. So basically, body flickers right then. Well, not body flicker. As he basically uses a flyer Raijin right then and there, as when Orochimaru is there and everything. As then he just is there now with that sharingone activated, because he doesn't want to do it unless it's a big group of people. As he sees not Shikamaru. As he sees Orochimaru. If I said Shikamaru the first time, I'm sorry. I meant Orochimaru. But yeah. So he goes like, "Sasuke, are you alright?" And as Ino goes, "Yeah, I'm fine." And he sees Sasuke clenching his shoulder, and he goes, "What happened?" As she just says, that guy just stretched out his neck and bit Sasuke. I don't know what happened." As Naruto just sees it, and seeing him go out of pain, as then all of a sudden Ino just feels a whole bunch of chakra coming off of Naruto, including Orochimaru and Sasuke, and they feel bloodless and killer intent. And the likes that they never felt before. As Orochimaru, is, sweating a little at this, as he goes, "Who are you?" As he looks over, he sees the Kurama eyes, basically. Just, not the Sharingan, just the pure Kurama eyes. So Orochimaru, reveals himself, because out of fear. As he goes, "Oh, Orochimaru, one of the 3 Sanins, right? Alright. Let this be a battle to the death, you freaking pathetic of a snake." As then all of a sudden, he just blitzes right towards him, cracking the ground underneath his feet, tearing it up. As then next, he doesn't even fake any hand signs, as he's just been doing is, he can do the jutsus without doing the hand signs, but he can do them so quickly, it looks like he's not doing them. But for this instance, he does not use any hand signs, as he just makes a Shidori. No, a Raikuri. As he just Raikuri! As he just shoves it right through Orochimaru's stomach. Well, not stomach, but heart. But, he regurgitates himself like he does, as they see Orochimaru's true face, As then Naruto goes, so, you do look like a snake. As he goes, how? How are you able to have so much chakra? What are you? And what was that jutsu you used? As Naruto says, trust me, you'll never be able to use it. You will never even be able to even touch me. You're nothing compared to me. As basically Sasuke is not knocked out from the pain. He's still gonna be awake from seeing how Naruto is really powerful and all. As he is cursing himself for being weak, but at the same time, he has a feeling Naruto, since he says he was the reincarnation of Ashura and Indira, they must have trained him. And since he's the Nine-Tailed Fox Cherokee and all, he gives himself a little bit of a leeway, but still, to see how much Naruto holds back, he's kind of cursing himself out. But at the same time, he's actually happy that Naruto is this strong. He has mixed feelings. As then he says, I already did what I needed to do. Sasuke over there will be mine. As Naruto just says, yours? Do you have any idea what's gonna happen to you? As he goes, what? You really think I'm gonna let you leave here without a little gift? As then all of a sudden Naruto just disappears again. And for some weird reason, when he appears, Naruto has like a whole entire like chakra little flames on his hand. And it's like what Orochimaru did to Naruto to give the seal a little bit more of a reinforcement. But this one seals off the chakra. No matter what happens at all, it seals chakra. Even if you come back with the Ito Tensei, which the Nine-Tailed Fox did, which Naruto did read about, so he made a Pacific seal to get rid of that. So yeah. And basically he puts it on Orochimaru, as Orochimaru just does as he just starts feeling the seal on him just going all around his body and everything else. He goes, huh. So we get rid of that pesky regurgitation. You can't do that now. And plus, since you're Orochimaru, you probably know a lot of jutsus. You can only do Genin jutsus now. I read up on you. Plus, I heard of what you've done, so consider this a little payback for all the lives you hurt. As then he just kicks Orochimaru, sending him flying. As then the seal on Sasuke stops burning as he goes, Naruto, can you, as he goes, yeah, I can. Just give me a little bit. Just hold out your neck. This may hurt. I don't know how much, so sorry. I'll try to make this quickly as possible. As Naruto he's not going to do anything like, steal it away or anything. But I am gonna have, Ashura, like the sharingone is activated where he just sees it. See like the what Orochimaru did and all. And then he has the Nine Tails to basically get rid of those cells from Orochimaru, which when he puts his hand on there, he does. And so, because he says Sasuke will be mine, he thought since he regurgitates himself, he must have a way to, reincarnate and such. So yeah. So he burns away those cells, as he goes, "Is the mark on?" He goes, "No, but there are some cells that I figure Orochimaru had put into the seal, into the curse or seal, whatever he did, whatever it was actually. So I got rid of those. Basically, we have to think of a seal, so we better hurry to the building." As they get up as high on the tree as Naruto just throws his three kunai as far as he could, as it basically lands at the compound. As then all of a sudden, they hold on to it as he, flying right over there. As then when they land, well, they land perfectly, but Sasuke is still huffing and puffing. But Naruto helps him up along. So yeah. Hold on, everyone. All right, so basically back. Anyways, so when they got there, Gara, Tamari, and Kankuro were there, as they were shocked to even see someone did like they saw the kunai and that, and Naruto just noticed them and goes like, "Sup," just casually, as Gara is just looking at him with intention to kill, as Kurama says, "So, the raccoon, he's here." As he goes, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, my brother." As he goes, "Oh, okay, so this must be the first Tails." As Naruto says that out loud, and he goes, "What?" He goes, "Nine Tails." As basically Garo's eyes just widen as he's bloodthirsty. Goes up, and then all of a sudden Naruto just looks at him, and goes like, and activates his Mangekyo sharingone, which they're all surprised. He goes, you really want to mess with me right now? You don't know who I am, so let me tell you, I am Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Plus, I am the reincarnations of Ashura and Indira." As he goes, "So, the sage of six path sons." As Garo's eyes widen, as basically Shikaku is saying, "No, no way, he can't be the old man's son." As then next they see, as the wind blows, like basically the wind just picked up a little, as they see Naruto, and they see Ashura and Indra just like that, with while he has a Mangekyo Sharingan, and Ashura and Indra has the same one, which is a combination, which his Mangekyo Sharingan is gonna come real soon, everyone. So here's how it's gonna be in the fight scene. It's not gonna be Lee versus Gaara. It's gonna be Sakura versus Gaara. And this is how she's gonna die. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make it just a real quick scene. So, yeah. As basically, Gaara just, is like, chilling out. Like, he's just like, he's still the same way. He just goes back into like calmness. As in, they stop. As then next Gaara has a friend of cookies, chocolate chips, and he goes like, "You like cookies?" He goes, "Yes, don't you?" And he goes, "Yeah, but I prefer ramen more than cookies, but I like them." He goes, "Good. Whoever does not like cookies deserves to die." And then all of a sudden, he just goes like, "Okay, I don't need you to take it that far." As basically, that's that's a reason why. That's a hint. That's a hint, everyone. But yeah. So they both teams go in. They open it up as their senseis, and or well, let's say it's Aruka who's there, and their sensei who's there basically, and they both congratulate them. So yeah, so they give, since they were the first ones here, if it's a tie, they say you guys can take a rest and all, and Kakashi sees Sasuke, as he just says, "Leave it to me, I can take care of this." Naruto says, as Kakashi goes like, "All right." So yeah, so Ino and Sasuke do like go to the same room, but has her own room, just like she's trying to take care of Sasuke, as Naruto's just fiddling around with an idea, which basically he's getting. And so, 5 hours later, because they got there after lunch, so 5 hours is like 6. He has the seal ready. He goes over to like the dining hall, as basically he sees Shikamaru, Choji, and Sakura. Sakura is just, eaten with Choji and Shikamaru, as Naruto just smiles a little, just says, but she's alright. And then, he goes over to Sasuke, he says, hey Sasuke, I got the, seal ready. He goes, really? He goes, yeah, it took me 5 hours to figure out, but, I mean, by looking at your, basically, whatever marks on you, seems like I can at least stop it from getting rid of your chakra, because I don't know, but I'm guessing it'll give you a larger boost of power, so that's why he said you'll be his. And he goes, all right, can you do it now? He goes like, as he looks, he goes in front of them. He goes like, I don't care, just do it. As Naruto opens up the scroll and places it onto Sasuke's like shoulder, neck, where it is, as they're like where he made the rain and everything else. I think he just starts to put chakra into it, because he combines his and the Nine Tails together to make this a really strong seal, as it actually works. He just says, I can use the Nine-Tailed Fox's chakra along with mine mixed into it. So, it's a pretty good seal. Wait, and hold on everyone, gotta ask my mom a question. So yeah, so basically, he feels a little bit of pain, then it goes away, and he was like, how did you, he goes, easy. I worked with my dad and mom on seals a lot over a year. He goes, wait, what? As even Ino hears that, and so does, Shikamaru and Choji and Sakura, as they all say, you worked with your parents? As, Kankuro, Tamari, and, Gaara are confused. Like, as he goes, see Naruto, because, yeah, is that a problem? And like, how? They're dead. As says, he goes, oh, as he just like activates his Mangekyo Sharingan and says, that's how. When he points it, he goes like, what can your Sharingan not do? He goes, revive the dead. As he just says as a joke, and then he just shrugs on some and other stuff. I don't know. I'm still unlocking abilities for my Mangekyo. I may have too many abilities I don't even know about. As Sasuke goes, when did this happen? And then Naruto says, oh, remember that month that we had to train, for, that I said I was going to do training? Yeah, I spent a year there. As, I went back to the past accidentally, spent a year with my parents, learned a lot of seal jutsus, learned a lot of sealing, became a 10 seal master, worked on my freaking flying Raijin seal, basically, and then a lot of other stuff, too. But those are a little bit secret. So yeah. So what happens? They were in shock. Gaara just having eating a cookie, go like, because he already ate and he's just waiting for Tamari and Kankuro to eat. And he's just eating a cookie. He's just saying, huh. So he has a Mangekyo Sharingan, and he can go back in time. Interesting. I'm gonna need to kill him to prove my existence, though. As he has that little murderous grin on his face. So, yeah. So, let's just say a couple of days pass and everyone gets there. Since there's way too many people for the finals, to actually do the final thing, you only have, to be the final person to become, a Jonin. So, yeah, they're doing the exact same thing that they did. Here's gonna be the matchup. It's gonna be Sasuke versus the same person, Ino versus Tamari. No. Ino versus. I don't want Tenten to get hurt, so she versus Tenten. Tamari versus Shino, and Sakura versus Gaara, and Naruto. Naruto's just gonna wipe the floor with anyone, so let's just go with Kiba, because I really don't like Kiba at this time period. Yeah, we're gonna wipe the floor with Kiba, because I want Naruto versus Gaara, and Sasuke can versus, Neji. Hinata, oh yeah, I never talked about Hinata. She's a lot stronger. Neji and her are on the same equal ground, and Neji does not hate her at all in this one. So yeah, she's not gonna try and kill her, so Naruto will never make that blood oath thing. So yeah, anyways. So, what happens? I'm not gonna go through the fights between everyone else until not Sasuke, until Gaara and Sakura and Naruto and Kiba. So we're just gonna go right to the Naruto Kiba fight. Oh yeah, I forgot Lee. Who does Lee this? Choji. Here's just Choji. So yeah, So anyways, so everything goes the same as Sasuke. Ino versus the Tenten. Tenten loses. Ino wins. Tamari versus one of the Sound Ninjas. They get destroyed. Anyone else's fight I did not say goes like canon, but Shikamaru versus a Sound Ninja, that goes differently. That wins. He wins that. Choji versus Lee. Lee wins. So yeah, now it's up to Kiba and Naruto. Kiba just says, no, I don't want to fight him. Come on, why do I have to fight him? Anyone else but him. As Agamaru was wanting to, as basically Naruto just waiting for him. He was like, come on, I don't have all day. As Kiba goes down, as he's basically shaking because he knows Naruto top dog. He won't win, as he just has his he just like kind of has the Mangekyo out, but in a Genjutsu. As here's my attempt to say it, as they say, before Kiba raises his hand, he's looking at Naruto's eyes, as he says, Kato Amatu Suki Omi. Yeah, Kato Suki Omi. I said Kato Amatu Suki Omi. That's the only way I can say it right. So yeah, I tried many times, Kato Amatu Kiyomi. Yeah. Kato Amatu Tsukiomi. So yeah, there we go. As then Kiba's and the Genjutsu. As then all of a sudden he just sees basically fire coming down, then the moon hitting him, and he's just passed out. As they're like, what the? Why did he pass out? His Naruto says, oh, I raised a good amount of bloodlust that only he could felt, so yeah, he's unconscious for a while. As that's his win. I mean, he doesn't even try. I mean, I hate Kiba in this one, so I wanted to give him the disrespect. I hate Kiba overall until after the Chunin exams. So yeah, that's it. So basically, then it's Sakura and Gaara's fight. As Sakura, doesn't know Gaara, she's been, so as Gaara basically says, do you like cookies? And she goes, they're not my favorite foods, but I eat them once in a while. As he goes, so you do not like cookies? She goes, not really, no. As then when the sales match begin, all of a sudden he just starts throwing like sand bullets and everything else. They're like hitting her stuff, and basically he says sand coffin as Naruto. As soon as he basically starts to crush, and he says, sand burial. As all when it like starts to compress, Naruto sees everything. He's just like saying she's gonna die. So basically what's happening is Indira, Ashura, and Kurama just says no. Basically because they have all the idea. He can't let somebody that he knew die, even though what she deserved. She does deserve to die. But I'm gonna say, she dies, and then Naruto blitzes right for the coffin, the sand coffin, and he just destroys it and just holds her in his arms. As everyone can see just a burst of speed he did. And this was just this was not without like any Kurama's chakra or like freaking the flying Raijin. This was his speed. Nobody saw him even move, not even the Hokage. As the Hokage thought I mean, I know she deserves to. She deserves something bad, but not this bad. That's what he thought. Including her teammates. As then next, Naruto just basically holding her in his arms, and maybe he will see tears going down his face. As some people looks at Gara, they see more of like he has the slit, the swirl, and then like the reins. They see more of the reins, basically. That's how I wanted it to be. That's how I envisioned a fusion of it. So they see the rain and more of the rains. There was only three. I don't know. They see like four or five. No, let's say six. As this is his eternal Mangekyo sharingone. As basically, all of a sudden, like he checks to see if there's a pulse. There's none. As then all of a sudden, he just says, and no, as then he just starts putting his hand on Sakura's, well, where his heart is. A little bit, but yeah, like where her heart is, or a little bit above it. And then he just starts sending electricity throughout her whole entire body. He wants to become a Kage. He does not want anyone in the village to die, anyone that he knows, including Sakura, because that's the ashura, the pure, like, the kindness heart, along with, Indira's, like, way of thinking, well, for power, but the power to protect the village, and, like, his friends and his loved ones. She's a part of the village. She is a shinobi. So if he has the power to save her, he's gonna try. It's basically he just keeps on, not like doing enough voltage to break her whole entire body or hurt it. As next, after a few minutes of doing this, he just says, "Sakura, wake up already, please!" And there's one final shock as she then takes a gasp of air, and Anko was there too, seeing as she didn't want that to happen to her, but it happened. As she's just breathing, she goes, "Naruto," as he goes, "Thank God you're alive. I told you. I'll make sure I protect you." And everyone just sees red chakra start coming off of him as it goes on to her. As like from that scene with the if you ever watched Shippuden, that one scene. Yeah, that's happening right now. As basically all of a sudden she feels immense chakra surrounding her, as she feels everything Naruto's ever felt. All the pain she never imagined. This is making it. I'm making it worse for her. I'm making it like she wished she was actually dead instead of feeling this. She feels all Naruto's pain he went through when she did that to him. She just started crying as she wants to form the words, but she can feel every part of her body reforming and everything else. As the medical ninjas are seeing this, as they ask, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm sharing the Kyuubi's chakra. Well, I'm sharing Kurama's chakra with her. Basically, it has some healing properties. That's why every time I always got beaten or attacked by villagers, I was always able to heal real quick." I'd say "Oh, that's useful." He was like, "Yeah, I know." As basically, he healed her enough so she can walk, and but she needs proper treatment. So, they take her to the hospital and all that. As Garo just kind of pissed, but at the same time surprised what he just saw with the eyes. As basically what Naruto does, he looks over at Gaara, as he just has the Mangekyo. He goes like, "Susanoo," as they just see Naruto's imperfect Susanoo. The way it would look is basically it's like an Amu with the mask, but it would be over on the side, and then it has armor of an armor that's basically let's say it's Sasuke's Susanoo mixed with Madara's. No, Indira's Susanoo mixed with Madara's. So that's what it is. But hold on, everyone. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm just had to go out and get dinner. Had ate it. So yeah. Anyways, so where was I? I think I had Sakura die, and then I had Naruto bring her back to life. And the only reason why is because it's a lot worse for her because of she feels Naruto's emotions and everything how he felt, and now she feels like she should have just stayed dead. Yeah, so now she's going, yeah, he shows this imperfect Susanoo, which I said it was a combination of Madara and Indira's, Susanoo. So yeah, and it has like a mask with a fox, and it has multiple weapons on its back. As everyone sees this, and they're scared. Well, everyone doesn't know what the freak is happening, and they're scared of it. Hold on, got a cough. All right, done with that. Anyways, so yeah. And Naruto just says in his normal voice, saying like, if we ever fight each other, I'll make sure you regret every single moment of your life. As he has and the eyes are just glowing red too. And it's just, the third Hokage has never seen nothing like this before. And this isn't even, the final match yet. This is the second to final match. So yeah, Gaara just says, when I get to you, I'll kill you too. And no one will be able to bring you back. As then, he does his, he just does that whole entire sand thing where he just, like what they do with the leaves of Kakashi, he does, with the sand, his element. So yeah, as he just, basically, that happens, and Naruto just deactivates the Susanoo, and he just walks away. Goes back up, and Kakashi just says, What was that? He goes, that's the Susanoo, the ultimate defense of the Uchihas. Basically, because of Sakura's death, I also unlocked another stage. As Sasuke goes, wait, what? The Mangekyo Sharingan. The Eternal. There's a Mangekyo Sharingan, and then there's the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. There's another stage then too, called the Renegon. So, yeah. As Sasuke just is in awe and just says, I'm gonna catch up to you someday soon, Naruto. As Sasuke smiles and Naruto just smiles and says, when the day comes, I'll treat you to a bowl of ramen. As many as you want. As Sasuke says, deal. As they shake on it. So yeah. So, basically, with Hinata and Neji, the fight goes the same way, but Neji doesn't try to kill her. She doesn't get that, whatever happens to her heart. She's perfectly fine. She doesn't bleed and all, so, yeah, she's perfectly fine. And, they fist bump and saying it was a good match, but Neji wins, like in canon. So, yeah, after that, the third Hokage says, just says, there's going to be a 1 month period of training. So, good luck to all of you, and farewell. As everyone leaves the Forest of Death, and so the next day happens, as Naruto's basically thinking about something. He's thinking about he should really go back to the past, and maybe he should train with one of the past Hokages to get something stronger. As then Ashura says, ooh, then how about Hashirama? And as he goes, wait, what? And he can see like the spirit version, like that. So as Indira goes, yes, that would be a good idea. You have wood release, and you have also your ice release. You already master your ice release. Basically, your wood release needs a lot more work, and why not have Hashirama teach it to you? And then he looks at his brother, as Indira looks at Ashura and says, for once in your life, you actually say something smart. As he goes, hey, that's the second time you said it to me. He was like, I know, I'm surprised. You aren't really smart, but you always have a good idea once in a while. As they just start laughing, he goes like, you too. As Naruto, basically thinks about it. And, Ina's being trained by her dad. Kakashi's training Sasuke. And, Shinsui and Itachi is also helping, but they're doing it in the village, in the Uchiha compound. And, Kakashi told them about the eye and all. So, yeah. I am gonna have Naruto be able to seal that. It's gonna be after what I'm about to do. So when Naruto basically packs up some clothing and he activates his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and then it starts to swirl as a portal opens up. As he goes, from the first day of the Konoha village, with the first Okage. And then he just jumps right through. And he's thinking, I have no idea how the train's gonna be, but who cares? And I don't really have control over the time period, what time period it is, just I want to see him as Prime and how, to be getting stronger. As basically when Naruto, comes out of the portal through time, he's basically lands on the top of the mountain as he sees two people. As he walks over to them and goes, "Excuse me, sirs, do you know Hashirama Senju?" As Hashirama turns around and goes, "That is me. I am Hashirama Senju." And then he looks over as Indira says, to whispers in Naruto's ear, along with Kurama says, "Madara Uchiha." And Naruto has the Sharingan, which, they both are looking at. He goes like, "What the? How do you?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I can't really explain much, but say this. I am from the future, and I come where Konoha Village, when the Hidden Leaf Village, is basically made and all, and I am a genin." As he says, "But how do you have the Sharingan if you don't look like Uzumaki?" He goes, "Yeah, I can't really tell you that. You wouldn't believe me." As Madara, after it hits Sharingan, says, "Tell me now, or I'll have to execute you." As then Naruto just says, "You really think so?" Tsukiyomi. As then he just activates the Genjutsu on Madara, which Madara tries to, break free of, but he can't do it. The legendary Madara Uchiha can't even break through it. Not even his Sharingan can. So, yeah. As he spends in the Tsukiyomi for 5 hours. No, he spends it for like a whole entire year, and he went through like Naruto just made his worst fear come true. I'm just gonna make it up. He hates it. He hates ramen, which Naruto took a real offense to. So he just ate like multiple things. He just had him eat ramen every single day, which for a whole entire year. As then he's like sleep back in the room. Only after a few minutes, he says, "I've been a whole entire year of eating ramen." Ah! As Hashirama laughs at it. He goes like, "What was that?" He says, Hashirama goes, "So, what was that?" He goes like, "A genjutsu called the Tsukiyomi, but that's not why I'm here. I need your help, Hashirama." He goes, "Why do you need my help?" As then all of a sudden, Naruto starts to make wood come out of his hand. He goes, "I can create wood release. I have your wood release, but it's not really yours. It's more like mine, but I know how to do it. So I just need your help with it. Would you please?" As he does. Well, Hashirama says, "Of course. But what do you think will be a good idea?" Because then he explains how the tuning exams are and how it works and all that from his time period, but it's always different. They go to different, like, the 5 different nations. That's all he can tell them. Nothing else, what they are. So, Hashirama understands and says, and just asks him to show what he can do with it. He makes shadow clones. He can make a cage out of it. He can then make basically someone a weapon with it and stuff, as that's all he knows how to do. And he goes, it's strong, but it's also weak, Hashirama says. So I will help you train it. As basically Madara just thinks that maybe he should, see what he can do with his Sharingan. As it's different from everyone else's in the village, but then he deactivates it and says, "Thank you, Hashirama, sir." So yeah, as Naruto thinks to himself, including Ashura and Indira, says, "This is a perfect opportunity to suggest something to them, but I'll ask it during my training session with Hashirama." That's what Naruto says, and Indira and Ashura just says, I bet Naruto's gonna ask Hashirama to have him and the whole entire Senju clan, along with the Uchiha clan and Madara, to fight him all at once. And basically, Kurama is saying, if he does, I am so gonna give him something. It'll be a whole lot more fun that way. As that's where it's ended off, everyone. I'm gonna leave it in part 4. Someone think I was gonna do something. They were absolutely right. I was gonna do it. I was gonna give him something, and I hinted it. I hinted it in this part. If you guys find it out, good for you. But yeah, bye everyone. You guys have a nice day. This is gonna come out while I'm at work. So yeah. Anyways, enjoy the day. Enjoy everything else. Just be safe. Don't get sick. Oh yeah. Also, I almost forgot something. There was somebody who asked me to give them a shout out. I thought at the end of the video I should do it. So, I just basically, he just asked, so I agreed to it. I won't do that much, but I think he just started a month ago or two. And it's Akira Kyoko. So it's basically, this is how it's spelled: Akira space Kyouko. Alright. I did not know how to spell it right, so yeah, my apologies. I mean, say it right. I just know I can just tell you it. But yeah, he asked for a shout out. Gave him it. So yeah. Alright, everyone. You all be safe. All have a nice day. Bye.